All right, everybody pull out your calculators real quick. 18 months, create $400,000 worth of value, about 30%.
The price changes based on who your tenant is and what they can pay. Small owner that's not playing in that space and doesn't know that world is gonna completely miss out.
And then in 18 months, we're gonna look at doing a cash out refinance, and our new value is gonna be $35 million. And so within 18 months, we're gonna have created almost $1 million worth of value simply by going to the tenants within the first couple of months that we're there and executing this business plan.
He's also being conservative, right?
Hello. Welcome back to Money Mondays. Welcome back, everybody. Today, we are going to be talking about raising capital, growing your deals, growing your portfolios with other people, finding partners, finding investors, teaming up with the right people so that you can continue to grow your portfolio larger than you could if you were to try and do this on your own. So today we're going to dive into that. I do want to mention a couple of things. We started doing these live updates and showing off-market deals and such with our sales team, the Machine, Paulie, TJ, and Jesse. If you want to get access to those, we do them inside of our private Facebook group, the Entrepreneur Method. We'll put the link in order to join that Facebook group here in the chat or comments or something. But we do that every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m., right? 12:30 p.m. every single Wednesday. Paulie, TJ, Jesse from the Machine and sales team are going live, going through market updates, and showing off-market deals that we have. You don't want to miss that, and start joining that. It's a new thing that we're rolling out. And then also, too, we're doing the boot camp. It's starting tomorrow. So today is the last day to get a ticket to the Find a $1 Million Deal boot camp, where we're going to be showing you how to find a deal that's going to make you $1 million in 3 days or less. I'm going to spend the next 3 days with all the boot camp attendees virtually, so you can attend in California, in Moscow, in Germany, wherever you want to attend from, you can attend virtually. But today's the last day to get a ticket. It'll be cutting off tonight at 11:59 p.m. So make sure you get your ticket to that if you're wanting to attend. Go to treuniversity.com/1M Bootcamp. All right, so diving into today, though, raising capital. So this is something that Matt and I didn't really consider, think about, do for a long period of time. We always just made do with what resources that we had, for a few reasons, but nothing, no good reasons. And matter of fact, it hindered us. I mean, we did what we had to do, but in my opinion, it hindered us from growing much further and bigger than we could have had we had a different mindset when we were just getting started. And so just because you're brand new, if you're out there looking for deals, if you want to grow a really big real estate portfolio, you need to consider finding investors and partners to raise capital from and buy these deals with as early as you possibly can. Even if today you don't have a deal that you can go raise the capital from for, you need to start building these relationships and setting the foundation for when that deal does come, you have a group of people who will invest with you. My opinion is that, I think we're thinking way too small the entire time up until we started to raise capital and realized, it's really not that complicated of a process, and it's more than doable. We started to configure our systems and teams and processes around finding more people to invest in deals with us, is the moment that we started to buy bigger and better deals. Because if we only focused on the deals that we could afford at the time based on the resources that we had, that's what we did. And we continued to buy, flips and buy and hold rentals and seller finance deals and sub 2 deals. And these were all good deals, but we only had 10K, 40K, 50K, 100K, 300K at a time to be able to spend. And so we were completely limited on the types of deals that we could buy because we were only tapping into our own resources. Or we were bringing in, one-off partners here and there to like split the deal with us, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 or whatever. But it wasn't really scalable. And so if anybody were to ask me today what they should do, and they said that they had the same goal that I had and have, which is to grow a really large real estate portfolio, I'd say do not do what we did and when we were first starting out, and start thinking bigger today. Start thinking bigger today. Start building relationships with people today who can and will invest in deals with you. Real estate, again, I know we mention this all the time, but real estate is a team sport. You're not going to be able to do this alone. You need a full team of people to do these deals with. You need lenders, contractors, bankers, insurance, property management, lawyers, CPAs, etc. And another vital team member for you is going to be investors. If you want to start buying deals that might be bigger than the resources that you have, then you need to start building relationships with these investors. So who are these investors? Where are they? And how do you go about forming these relationships? Well, I mean, they're probably right where you are. You're just not thinking about it or talking to them about it. I mean, a good way to start off is to speak to friends and family, right? People who are interested in investing in real estate. Here's the thing with investors and passive investors and people investing in your deals is to be the true active real estate investor, the one who is sourcing deals 24/7, underwriting deals 24/7, building all those relationships 24/7, sending offers 24/7, acquiring the deals, putting the teams together, managing the assets, managing the team members. All these things require so much time and effort. And a lot of people want to invest in real estate and get the benefits of investing in real estate, but they do not want this to be the 5 full-time jobs that it is to be the active real estate investor. And so if you were able to present a solution to people who want to invest in real estate and participate in the benefits of real estate investments, you can be that active person for them who is running the team, running the show, and getting them to invest in your deals and providing them a good return. Don't make it complicated, right? Start reaching out to people who are, you already know. I mean, I'm sure that you already know 5 to 10 people who have an excess of $10,000 to $50,000. It might even be in their IRA. It might be in other assets or investments that they currently have. But I guarantee you that if you were to go through your contact book right now, you could find people who you could reach out to, who you already have a relationship with, who would be interested in investing in your deals. Even if you don't have a deal yet, you need to start having these conversations with them and presenting this possibility to them. Because if you reach out to them when you got a deal, that can work and will work, but it'll be much better if you're already nurturing them towards you finding a deal and working them up to the opportunity when the opportunity presents itself. So, I mean, friends and family, people you already know, you're going to have to get over this fear that you might have of reaching out to these people and asking them if they'd be interested in investing with you, because I'm sure that many of you probably have this fear, just like everybody does. But if you know that you're going to take care of your friends and family and the people who are investing with you, and you know that you are going to find good deals, and you know that you are going to present good opportunities, then you should have confidence in your approach when you are presenting this as an option to these people. But there's things that you can do right now to start, like I said, nurturing that relationship, right? So first step is starting to get people into your sphere of potential investors that you can reach out to. Write it down. So first step is start getting investors in your sphere. So like I mentioned, these are friends and family. Go through your contact book right now, and I guarantee that you find 10 of them that you can reach out to. It can be friends of family, right? Everybody knows somebody who wants to invest in real estate, who has the capability of investing in real estate. All these people that you're going to add to your investor list also know 3 to 5 other people who might be interested in doing the same. But the biggest thing is that you got to start doing this now. So friends and family are one option. If you were to go through Google right now and search real estate investment meetups in your city, I guarantee that you find something, at least 3 to 5 real estate investment meetups this week that you can attend, and every single week moving forward. Go into places like this to be able to find investors or meet connections to people who have investors who can invest in your deals. Joining things like the boot camp that we're having tomorrow. There's going to be like 30 to 50 investors in this virtual boot camp who you're going to be with over the next 3 days doing deals with. All of these people are potential investors to partner with. Joining mentorship groups and communities and all these types of things. The entrepreneur community, you could join that here with us. It is our mentorship group. It's where we have 70 plus active investors who want to invest in deals with us, with you, with each other, and all these things, making this investment, whether it's free, such as your contact book, going to free networking events, going to paid events, joining paid communities and mentorships. All of these things will pay you 100x whatever you pay to join them if you would actually just participate in them. We used to, think negatively about. I mean, people have been pitching us to join mentorships and stuff since, for the last 6 years. And for the longest time, I remember one instance we were joining this dude's podcast, or he came on our podcast or something, and he was like, "Man, you guys should absolutely join, my mentorship group." And at the time, we were like, pay, 20 grand or whatever it was, for nothing really, because in our minds at the time, because we were thinking small, we were thinking that we already know how to find deals. We know how to analyze deals. We already have relationships for deals. We already know how to take deals down. But what we weren't considering was investing in the network there, a part of that group. Because had we joined it, 3-4 years ago, I guarantee that we would have probably started raising capital much faster and found more people with capital to invest in our deals much faster. And we would have easily made, 10x, 100x, 1,000x, whatever we invested in that mentorship group at the time, if we were thinking bigger about it. So that's the thing, is you got to stop thinking small. You got to start thinking bigger and start investing not only in yourself, but also your future operation and what you're looking to do. And your network is really important for doing that. So start getting investors into your sphere, whether that is friends and family. Just to reiterate one more time, friends and family, joining free networking events and groups in your city. If you just Google it right now, I guarantee you find 3 to 5. Joining paid events such as our boot camp tomorrow. Joining communities and mentorships to invest in the network that's already put together there for you, such as the entrepreneur community. All these things are great ways to start building your network and your sphere of investors who will invest in your deals. All right. So now that you have people in your sphere, and by the way, this is not like a one-time thing. This is not a reach out to my phone book today and forget about them tomorrow. This is not join a networking event tomorrow in my city and then don't join one, for the rest of the year. This needs to become part of your schedule. If you're serious about doing this and you really want to grow and scale a big operation and a big real estate portfolio, either you or a partner or a team member, this needs to be part of their daily schedule. Nurturing, finding new, and continuing to build these relationships. So every single week, you should be doing these things. You should be touching base with people in your contacts. You should be going to new networking events and looking for new people to join. You should be looking for new events that you can pay to go to meet more people. If you're a part of a mentorship group or a community, you should be participating in there, talking to all the people there, finding new people to bring into your sphere. And so this needs to become part of your daily, weekly schedule, right? It's you finding new people, bringing them in. You can also do this via social media too, right? You know, this is part of the main reason why we do these things. I don't get on camera every Monday because I want to hear myself talk. I get on camera because I want to talk to you. I want to give you this message. I want you to reach out to us. I want to reach out to you. I'm consistent with this, you know, as much as I may not want to get on camera every single day and talk every single day. I will show up no matter what every single Monday at 12 p.m. to talk to you. And the whole reason of doing that is for us to hopefully take our relationship to the next level. Hopefully, we go and do a lot of business together. Hopefully, we buy some deals together. Hopefully, we continue to take this to the next level, right? So you can do it via social media, right? Making posts, doing live videos, doing reels, making TikToks, if TikTok is still going to be around in the United States here soon. Get yourself out there, get your message out there, and start connecting with more people. Also, you can just join free Facebook groups, right? Like I mentioned, the Entrepreneur Method is one of our Facebook groups. There's about 5,000 people in there or so. If you were to go join our free Facebook group, the Entrepreneur Method, and engage with people, just talk to people, ask people to set up a coffee meeting, ask them what their goals are, you would start to build this network so fast. But you have to make it part of your daily, weekly schedule and be disciplined about it and suit up and show up even when you don't want to. Number two, so once you have a funnel and you have, you know, a source of getting new people into your sphere, now you need to nurture your sphere, right? Again, that's kind of what this is right now that I'm doing is I'm nurturing this relationship. I'm talking to you. So you can do this via your social media channels. You can do this by sending out emails to your investor list. You can do this by, you know, contacting them, putting on a free event for people to come to, putting on your own networking event. It depends on, you know, what you enjoy doing, what you like doing, but I would recommend, you know, number one, when you find these people to enter your sphere, being very clear on what deals you're looking for and what deals you plan to present to them, right? So, hey, Kat, you know, here at TR3 Capital, we're looking for 100 plus unit Class B apartments in certain locations, you know, blah, 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 throughout the United States. We're also looking for 10 to 35,000 square foot retail in these locations. And we're also looking for industrial. And we'll consider RV and mobile home parks, but we need them to be really nice resort style, you know, not trashy places. Presenting this to Kat, my new investor, telling her that I'm doing XYZ to source these deals. As these deals come in, I will be presenting them to her and to the other investors to gauge their interest. This is my underwriting process. These are the projected, you know, goals for returns that I plan on being able to provide Kat and other investors in the entire project. And by the way, as these deals come in, I'll keep you interested. And how much, you know, are you interested in investing in these types of deals? 20K, 50K. Okay, great. So I got you somewhere around there. And as these deals come in, I will send them out to you. I'll keep you updated, blah, 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 right? Set the expectation that I'm going to be touching base with her constantly, as well as everybody else. And then, you know, research the market, look at deals, look at what the Federal Reserve is doing, look at what Fannie and Freddie are doing. What are rates at today? What is debt looking like it's coming to? There's a ton of free information out there for you to access. You should be absorbing this and learning this anyways, but to be able to reiterate this information back to your sphere, your investor list, people you're nurturing to invest in deals with you, will also be really important to give market updates, rate updates, deal updates, what you're seeing, what you're targeting, any new things that are coming your way. Constantly staying in touch with your sphere of investors and inviting them to things such as video calls, such as events you're putting on. And these events don't have to be anything spectacular, right? Like you could get a group of, 15 people that you've added to your sphere, bring everybody together to, have a beer at the local bar or whatever. I've even seen people do, virtual like wine tastings and stuff, right? So get creative in the way that you want to nurture and stay in front of your investors, but this is going to be really important. You can't just add an investor to your investor list, not talk to them for 8 months, and then reach out to them, 8 months later when you have a deal and you need to get the capital in, the next 2 weeks, right? You need to constantly be developing and nurturing these relationships. Did you have a question?
There was a question.
Huh?
There was a question.
So someone asked about leveraging their paid off home to develop an event center that they own, in which he needs about $300,000 for the conversion cost.
Yeah, you could do that. Someone asked, leveraging the equity in their home to basically finance one of their investment projects. You could absolutely do that. I don't know what the rates or the HELOC terms look like today, but you can do that. That's what we did. This is kind of what I was talking about previously. This is how we would fund our future investments initially. Is we would do cash out refinances on all of our properties. But there comes a point, and this goes back to your goals, right? Like if you want to buy one rental property, one single family rental a year for the next 10 years, you probably don't need to worry about raising capital. If you want to do this all on your own, not have much debt, things like that, probably don't really need to worry about raising capital. If you currently own, 14 units, 14 houses, and you want to grow your portfolio to 30,000 doors, then you probably need to look at raising some capital because there's going to become a point where your resources are tapped, right? Like this guy over here, his equity in his house, if he pulls all the equity out, good. Now he's tapped all of his resources for that one investment. And so if he wants to go buy 5 more, that's where raising capital would come into play, and it would make sense for you to implement what we're talking about here. But use your resources. Not saying not to use your resources. We always do, and we always had, but we were capped and it limited our growth. And so that's the whole purpose of today's live. So 1, start getting investors into your sphere. 2, nurture your sphere. Number three, you need to, find deals, right? So we're not going to dive too deep into finding deals today. I really, wanted to more talk about just raising capital, but obviously you can raise all the capital in the world, but if you don't have any deals to invest that capital in, then it is useless. Also, too, you're going to raise a lot more capital if you can, and find a lot more people who want to invest with you if you can find good deals. What are you laughing at? So you need to get good at finding deals. And underwriting deals for you and your investors are going to be different than underwriting deals for just you, right? Because when you're underwriting deals for you and your investors, there's going to be different splits. There's going to be fees that are associated, most likely. There's going to be more expenses that are involved. And so you need to get good at underwriting deals for you and your investors to make sure that the deals that you are looking for are going to meet the projected returns that you want to provide to them and that they are expecting to be able to invest in. And Not only that, you don't want to work for free, right? So the deal not only needs to make sense for your investors, but it also needs to pay for whatever expenses you're going to have in order to do these deals. It needs to make sense for you on the GP side for putting the deal together. But you need to get good at underwriting deals and being able to quickly identify whether or not a deal is going to make sense for not just you, but you and your investors in the entire project as a whole. And number 4, this kind of goes back into nurturing the sphere, is you need to start presenting these deals and making offers, right? Going back into finding deals. All leads back to deals. All right, so making offers. You need to start building these relationships, right? You're going to have different aspects of your real estate investment business, right? If you're looking at raising capital and doing big things, you're going to have that aspect. That's going to be one department, right? Getting investors into your sphere, nurturing that sphere, presenting them, building those relationships, hosting events, doing lives, communicating with them constantly, answering questions, seeing where they're at, learning about their goals, all those types of things. One department. Another department is going to be your acquisitions and deals, right? You need to get good at building relationships with the brokers who have the deals, meeting the wholesalers, contacting the sellers directly, getting good at underwriting these deals, making offers, and locking deals up. Because you can have the investors, you can have the access to deals, but if you never pull the trigger on deals and lock them up and take that next step, then you're never going to actually get a deal done. So, presenting deals and making offers. When you find a deal, you need to go through this process. Even if you're new to this, you want to get started in this, this is where a lot of people fall off, right? They can build some relationships. They can meet some people who'd want to invest with them. They can go out there and they can talk to the brokers. They can look at deals and underwrite some deals. But when it comes time to putting pen to paper and locking that deal up and pulling the trigger, even though they're not locked in, they don't have to buy this. They could drop the deal during due diligence if anything goes wrong. They could drop the deal if their investors didn't want to invest with them. They hesitate at actually pulling the trigger, locking up the deal, and moving that process forward. You need to get good at that, right? And there's things that can help you out with this type of stuff. We just released some new products. We offer these for free. I'll ship all this stuff to you. I'll give it to you for free if you just pay for the shipping. But we have, where's my other one? This is the deal documents. It's hard to see that. It's okay. All right. So using these types of things to help you out, right? This is our method and our deal requirements. These are the 9 questions we ask ourselves on every single deal that we do. If the deal doesn't meet these deal requirements, we submit an offer where it does, or it tells us the next steps on what we need to do in order to get that deal done. Next is the deal documents checklist, right? This has every single document that you possibly ever need when you're locking up your deal to make sure that your deal is airtight. And last but not least is the due diligence checklist. It shows you every single due diligence item that you have to complete in order, to make sure you're not missing anything. And not only do you have a good deal, but this deal is not going to, lose you and your investors a lot of money when you miss a, very important due diligence item. So we have all these things for free. What's the URL for this? TREuniversity.com/10-minute method. Can you put it in the thing? But this is where people fall short, is they do all this stuff and they spend years and months and so much time consuming so much information. But when it comes time to pulling the trigger on a deal, they hesitate and they don't take action. I have other words that I wanted to say, but I don't know if they would be happy if I said it. But you need to get good at pulling the trigger. Take that risk. When you lock a deal up, you're actually not risking that much, right? You're going to put up some earnest money, but if you structure the deal the right way and follow, our method here, then you're going to be able to back out of the deal if the deal doesn't make sense, right? But you're never, ever going to get a deal done if you don't take action, pull the trigger, and lock the deal up. So don't bitch out when you find a good deal. Pull the trigger, lock it up, and move forward on presenting these deals to your investors, right? Because you're going to look at thousands and thousands and thousands of deals if you're doing this the right way. And a lot of times, 99% of the times, they're not going to make sense and they're not going to work. So you're going to have to continuously follow up on those deals. But there's going to be times where the right deal presents itself and you have a small window of time to be able to pull the trigger on it before somebody else gets it, or the seller changes their mind, or any of the other variables happen. And so in those moments when you spot the good deal and it meets all of your deal requirements here, you need to be able to pull the trigger on it immediately, lock that thing up so that you can bring it to your investors. Because here's the deal. You don't need to do, again, if you want access to these, we give them away for free. Just go to, is it 10? Yeah, tiarauniversity.com. Is it 10-minute method? It's in the chat comment section. But we'll give these to you for free. I want to ship them to you. But you need to get good at pulling the trigger on these because you're going to miss your opportunity. And that's what I was going to say. You don't need to do, 100 deals a year with your investors, right? You do 1 deal a year, 2 to 5 deals a year. If you're really good at finding these deals, it is possible to, and you have the backing, you do 5 deals a year that are really great deals, then you and your investors are going to be doing, great. You really only need 1 deal to change your life. And same with your investors. So, you don't need to, be sending them, 5 deals a month that y'all are going to invest in. You need to find those home runs and be able to pull the trigger on them when they present themselves. So, do we have any questions on raising capital so far? If you have any questions, put them in the chat. I hope this was helpful. The biggest takeaway that I would hope to encourage every single one of you, including myself, is to start thinking bigger. Thinking small has held us back more than anything. Focusing on small things, focusing on small people, focusing on small relationships, focusing on small businesses, focusing on $1 here when we should have been focusing on $1 million there. Thinking small and focusing our entire operations around small things, small ideas, small people, small relationships, small everything is the biggest setback we could have possibly, done to ourselves. That has hurt us more than anything, thinking small. So don't do what we did. Start thinking bigger. If you're sitting here watching this and you're interested in getting started investing in real estate, don't focus on going and buying a single family house. If you really want to go buy a 100-unit apartment complex, go get around the right people, go build your network, go build the right partnerships to be able to do the bigger stuff. Because I promise you that 100-unit apartment complex, if that's your real goal, even if it takes you, 8 times as long to do, it will pay you and take care of you way more than that house ever will. And even though you could have done maybe 8 small deals in the time that it took to do that one big one, I guarantee that the big one will pay you more than 8 times what those small deals will do. And you'll actually enjoy what you're doing. The small deals and the small relationships and thinking small and all the small things are going to steal from you over and over and over and over again. And it will just keep you distracted from the big prize that you really want to go after. So think bigger. Think bigger. Go after the bigger stuff. Start setting up your operations to be able to take down and attack the bigger stuff. And reach out to us. We're here to help. In 5 years from now, I'll probably look back and say on April 29th of 2024, you were thinking way too small. So it's a process of growing out of it, right? I think I'm thinking big right now, but 5 years from now, I'll probably sit back and say I was thinking too small. So start thinking bigger now. Start pushing your limits and your boundaries. Start building this investor network, because if you want to do big deals and buy a lot of the deals, you're going to need it. Learn how to add more people in there. Learn how to nurture that sphere, and learn how to find deals and pull the trigger on deals when they present themselves. Reach out to us. We're here to help you in any way that we can. Again, today is the last day to secure your ticket to the Find $1 Million Deal Bootcamp that we're putting on from tomorrow through Thursday. VIP members have an extra day on Friday, but this is over the next 3 to 4 days. I'm going to spend every day with you teaching you how to find a deal that'll make you $1 million, underwrite and analyze a deal that'll make you $1 million, send and negotiate offers on deals that will make you $1 million. And the goal is that if you actually participate, by the end of the 3 days, you will have found, underwritten, sourced, negotiated, and written an offer on a deal that will make you $1 million. It's more than possible. You just need the right knowledge, the education, and the right support. But most importantly, you need to take action. So it'll never happen if you don't take action to get there. If you're interested in getting a ticket, today's the last day. Go to treuniversity.com/1M bootcamp, and we will see you on Tuesday through Friday. And by the way, join the Entrepreneur Method free Facebook group that we have. Like I said, this is where the machine, Paulie, TJ, Jesse are going to be showing up every single Wednesday at 12:30 to go over market updates, off-market deals. This is the exclusive spot where our team is presenting deals to our investor network. So if you have deals you want to JV with us on, if you have buyers for deals, if you're an agent, if you're looking for your next investment, this is where they're exclusively offering these and discussing these to the public. Entrepreneur Method Facebook group, it's free, 12:30 p.m. every Wednesday. And we'll see you next week.